After I had graduated from Purdue and entered a teaching position, I became a little bit disappointed with what parents of the youngsters in my English classes seemed to expect.
Okay.
They want an A, and certainly not less than a B, and in many cases they would make the teacher or the youngster feel that they had failed if they didn't make an A or a B. And I didn't like that way of measuring any more than I like the way of measuring a coach's success by won and lost percentages. That's not a valid way, in my opinion.
All right.
And I wanted to come up with something of my own definition of success. And now we'll find out that Mr. Webster, in general terms, would define success as the accumulation of material possessions or the attainment of a position of power or prestige. I didn't like that way of measuring. The good Lord in His infinite wisdom didn't create us all the same with intelligence any more than we are size or appearance. And I wanted to come up with something of my own, and I wanted to come up with a definition for success. And so I thought about that, and I thought about it, and I remembered what my dad had tried to teach us, that you never tried to be better than somebody else, learn from others, and never cease trying to be the best you could be. And I remembered a professor that I'd had that talked about success in school, and I remember that. And then about this time I ran across a verse that struck me. The verse said, "At God's footstool to confess, a poor soul knelt and bowed his head. I failed," he cried. "The Master said, thou didst thy best. That is success." So from those things I coined my own definition, which is success is peace of mind attained. Success is peace of mind, which is a direct result of gaining the personal self-satisfaction of knowing that you did the best to become the best of which you're capable. Not trying to be better than somebody else, but just trying to be the best you can be. You have control over that. You don't have control over someone else's. And if you get too engrossed in the things over which you have no control, it will adversely affect the things over which you have control. So I used this and tried to get it across to my youngsters, but I didn't feel it was accomplishing what I had hoped for, so I tried to analyze it and determine why, and I concluded that it's because that it's just a definition. It's something abstract. I think you do better with something you can see. So I started thinking of something, and there again I saw something called a ladder of achievement. Someone had taken a ladder. There were 5 rungs in the ladder, and this individual had named each rung of the ladder he felt was important, he or she, I don't know who it was, to get to the top of the ladder where we'd all like to get. Yeah. We may disagree now on what we consider the top of the ladder to be, but that's what is important.
Okay.
So I started thinking, couldn't use the ladder, but that gave me an idea of a pyramid. So I started, and for the next 14 years, I worked on the development of this pyramid. I wouldn't change it hardly at all if I started today. My definition, according to my definition, should be at the apex of the pyramid. Now, if any structure is to have any strength and solidity, it must have a strong foundation. And for some reason, the first 2 blocks that I thought of to form the cornerstones were industriousness and enthusiasm.
Okay.
Now, if you need a foundation, and the cornerstones they make the foundation. And there's no easy way. If you're looking for the shortcut, the trick, the easy way, you might get by for a while, but it won't be lasting. And so that's the cornerstone. And the other, enthusiasm, is the other cornerstone. And I don't think you can ever become the best of which you're capable unless you enjoy what you're doing. I think that's important. You have to work hard and enjoy what you're doing. So those were the first 2 blocks for some strange reason.
So that forms your foundation.
That's right.
Industriousness and
enthusiasm. They're the cornerstones.
Okay.
Now, to form the rest of the foundation, I wanted blocks that included others.
Okay.
And so I used friendship, loyalty, and cooperation. You have to be a friend to have friendship. It isn't it isn't one way.
Okay.
Friendship is two-sided. I won't spend a lot of time. I could spend a lot of time on each one of these blocks.
Well, you take your time, because it's very important to me.
Well, I think that
Now, why is
to-
cooperation so important? I understand.
well, cooperation, I think, is even more important today than it has been in the past, because modern technology and technology has made the world smaller.
Right.
We get the speed and all the things they're doing. The things they're doing amazing today in almost every area, and you have to have it's made the world smaller. So I think we need the cooperation of others even more so than ever.
Okay.
And we have to. I think everyone needs something and someone to whom they must be.